guys, what's up? Marcelo here.
And Weston.
Welcome to another episode of Trash Talk.
Yeah!
Okay, so today we have a pretty awesome game on our hands, and that game is...
Pac-Man World 2.
Is that all you got? Pac-Man World 2, rated E for everyone.
And here it is, right here, Pac-Man World 2. So go ahead with the summary of this game.
Alright, so this game was obviously developed by Namco and was released on February 24th, 2002 over here in the States on the PS4, Xbox.
PS2. You said PS4.
Oh.
Got the new gen on the mind.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm kind of out of it today, but yeah. But it came out for the PS2, not the PS4. The PS4 wasn't out back then. And then the Xbox and...
the GameCube.
GameCube, yeah, that's right.
And also for the Game Boy Advance and Windows. So
early
that's
PC.
out there, yeah.
So not early PC, but for the computer.
Yeah.
So that's always cool. So
this is the direct sequel to Pac-Man World 1, which came out October 1999 on the original PlayStation. And I have it's actually a trilogy. I have the entire trilogy, and actually, I want to say the third one's a little less known, it's a little more obscure, but this game is pretty freaking fun. So let's dive in right into the story now, which, now, in the opening cutscenes, have you seen the opening cutscene?
I have seen the opening cutscene.
Okay, so if there's, I haven't played this game in a while, but I do know the story off memory, sorta, kinda. Like, I know that there's specifics that they talk about, but I'm just gonna say the basic stuff, and if there's anything you want to throw in there, just, do that. So, in Pac-Land, where, Pac-Man and all the Pac-Landers live, I guess.
Pac-Land, home of the Packers.
Oh my god. They put the joke right in there. You made the joke up off camera. Anyway, so in Pac-Land, there is this big mystical tree. And on that tree...
With the 5 golden fruit.
Yeah, on that tree grows 5 mystical golden fruit.
Which is pretty much based off the fruit from the Pac-Man series. So you have golden cherries, the golden
pears, the bananas, yeah. Apple,
and then the mango?
Not mango.
Not mango.
Something else.
Orange, maybe.
The golden orange. Probably. Actually, well, it might be. I don't know.
Might be.
Fruit. There's fruit.
We'll
yes.
put the 5th fruit up there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it has 5 golden fruit, which can never be picked because this ancient, mysterious, evil, otherworldly, obviously, a ghost, is, whose name is Spooky, sorry, I keep stuttering. Do you want to start that part over? So basically, there's 5 golden fruit on this big tree in the middle of Pac-Land, and the fruit can never be picked because housed under the tree
is an ancient evil that must never be awoken.
And he's awoken by the original 4 ghosts, Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde, because...
Which is kind of weird. Why is the 4th one named Clyde? I mean, at least with the other 3, it's like Inky, Blinky, Pinky. Pinky's kind of redundant, but still it matches. And then there's Clyde. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and
Clyde. We're off topic. I don't know. That's kind of comedic though, because like, you got Larry, Moe, Curly, and then Chump. So I don't know. It's just for a comedic effect. It's like, well, these iconic names, or they sound the same, or whatever, and then some other name out there. You're like, anyway. So Spooky is an ancient evil, as Wes said, which is imprisoned under the tree, and with that, the fruits are like the key to like the treasure chest, mind you, So when the ghosts are messing around in Pac-Land, they end up picking the fruit and playing with it and all that in the opening cutscene, and they awake Spooky.
Which kind of think about it. Why didn't Spooky get unleashed sooner? I mean, the ghosts fuck around constantly. You would have think, hey, we better bar off this tree. But then again, they're ghosts. They can go through walls.
Yeah. So,
but oddly, they don't for some reason. They don't behave like normal ghosts do.
I don't know.
Were they once Pac people before they became ghosts?
Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, which came a long time later, sorta talks about that, but that's like a different continuity, so I digress. But they're just ghosts. What the hell ever. They pick the fruit and unleash Spooky upon the world again. So
once again, like for an ancient evil, has a very kind of
there's some like
stupid name.
There's some like bullcrap in there about like Sir Pac-a-Lot and like this whole medieval thing that I'm like, I don't care. We know he's a ghost. He's evil. He thousands of years ago.
Evilly good.
He's unleashed upon the world. So there's that.
So damn it.
That's the plot.
Basically, probably barred off that tree.
So basically, I don't know, whatever. So basically now Pac-Man has to defeat the ghosts, get the fruit back, and imprison Spooky. That's the basic plot.
But then I have another question. This is just a little bit more off topic. Okay. If Pac-Man is just another Pac person, why don't they just send someone else? Like, literally anyone could do what Pac-Man does. Or it's just Pac-Man, just like, Pac-Man, you must save the world. Come on, dude.
It's Pac-Man. I don't know.
Like, come on, dude. I'm watching the game with my family. Do I have to do this? Yes, but why don't you do it? You pretty much can do the same shit I do. Fuck. Fine, I'll just go out and save the world. Again. Okay. I better get laid for this. And he just does it.
Controls. The game controls pretty fine. That is what's next, right? Control.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been a while since I've played it, but I do know how the game controls, and it's pretty nice. Thank God Almighty that this game has excellent water controls, water physics. I swear, any game you play, Mario 64, even some of the Crash games, water controls aren't that great. That's my opinion. That's my thing.
I think the one that's most infamous of that, Legend of Zelda.
It just
they don't get any of the water levels right.
Water levels are just like
they're like kind of like just like the oh hell no of gaming. You don't want to do it. Like you're just like oh hell no.
Yeah, water physics and ice physics are
wonky.
Technically easy to do right now, where it's efficient, not just how realistic you can get.
Oh yeah,
with those physics, but
back in the day, that's how all these phrases go. Back in the day, they were shit.
Pretty much, and even still in some games that I play nowadays, it's a bit off-putting to me for some reason. Now, mind you, most of these underwater levels in Pac-Man World 2 are automatic. You don't have to actually control him in the sense of moving, because he's always constantly moving.
Yeah.
But you get to maneuver him around the screen. So, in the sense of maneuvering him around the screen, it's pretty efficient. It feels nice to control. So that's good. There are some parts where, because those are the two things I really don't like, those kinds of physics, water physics and ice physics. The ice physics are kind of bullshit at times. They aren't all, you know... There's this whole gimmick at one point in one of the ice levels where you have to, I don't know if you saw this, there's big slabs of ice, like platforms of ice that you have to like slide across, but this way of sliding for Pac-Man makes him do this uncontrollable animation of slipping and falling and turning and such, and you cannot literally control him in the sense of he'll just go off in a direction. So you can kind of move him left and right, sort of, when he's doing this, but in terms of slowing yourself down or stopping something, you can't.
Oh, that's
it's really, really weird. And
yeah, so
some games, some levels have you avoiding the ice and trying to stay on the snowy path, you know, to do, you know, whatever you're platforming. But some parts where you have to, like, it's a bit more trial and error with those parts, because, and this part I'm targeting specifically because it's sort of an issue for me, so I am being a bit more optimistic. Not everything in this game is good. This part could have been designed a bit better, in my opinion, but it's alright for what
and
it
then
is.
Pretty much this is from what I've seen, pretty much like they take elements from the original Pac-Man games And they make them to where they're not. You don't really have to get them, but if you want to 100% the game.
Oh yeah. Well, I like the classic mazes and such.
Yeah, I like the.
Oh
classic.
yeah. Well, like when you collect the Glaxian.
Yeah, when the Glaxian. Yeah.
Well,
and then
yeah.
when like the fruit and all that, and then like the little pebbles that he eats.
Yeah, the dots, the pack dots.
The pack dots.
Yeah, those were staples from the last game from Pac-Man World 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of just there for 100% completion, so I wouldn't do all of them, but whenever I wanted to, I was like, let's just do this.
So yeah, they're not really like,
Necessary.
they're kind of just there if you want 100% it. So that's always good.
Yeah.
Gives you incentive to play the level again.
Yeah. There's also a...
And then from what I've seen, the levels are kind of really creative and they're kind of like uniquely designed.
Yeah, they follow that basic platforming theme of you got your woodland levels, your
You got your bouncy pads, you got your little...
Because of Pac-Man, whenever I see some kind of bouncy platform, I call them B-doings. That's what they're called, B-doings. So whenever...
Do they call that in the game, or...?
In the game. In Pac-Man, there's those specific little bouncing pads, and they're called B-doings. So because of that, whenever I play a game now, any kind of platforming game like that, it doesn't have to be Pac-Man. But I will just call them out of, reflex, B-doings.
Oh, okay.
Just because. But, yeah, there's like the whole Pac-Land place, there's the forest, like deep forest, jungle-y forest. There's the snow levels, fire levels, water levels, and then Spooky's area, which is a spooky level area.
Spooky, scary area.
Yeah. So,
So with that, now we're gonna go into the aesthetics.
yeah, well, yes, yeah, that's a nice segue. The aesthetics, you want to kind of jump in with that real quick?
Yeah, for a 2002 game, it looks pretty nice. It looks very crisp. It has a very nice draw distance.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh yeah, which is we're probably not gonna get into it, but it's something
Draw
that
distance is a big thing.
It's a big thing, especially in 3D platformers. Not all 3D platformers have this kind of nice little function, which can make them a real big pain in the ass sometimes. In fact, Marcelo was telling me a story about Glover.
Again, I'm not sure if it's on camera or I don't remember the circumstance and when it happened. Sorry to go off topic yet again, but this is important in the game to have some nice, good draw distance in terms of level and even objects, because Mario 64 has some weird draw distance with the objects and such. But anyway, with Glover, I'm not sure if it's in the Let's Play we did on Video Games FTW or not, but at one point I got very confused and thought the level was like, it just was not existent. There was just like nothing. It was orange sky ahead. All I had to do was walk a bit more forward, and then finally the level started coming into view, and I was like, that is very misleading and not very good at all. That is bad draw distance.
So, but luckily with this game, it has a very nice draw distance. You can see a lot. There are, from what I've seen from the Let's Play that I watched it on, there is some camera issues at times. Like the camera, like, but that's with every 3D platforming game. There could be some camera issues.
Yeah.
Just like where the camera kind of.
I mean, I personally didn't have too many camera issues with this game, because I've had it for a long time. But yeah, no real camera issues when it comes to like the fire levels. Because there are times where you're walking through a corridor, or you're kind of just like doing a thing, like in the mazes.
Yeah.
It cuts the camera from free moving to fixed angle.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little abrupt, but I mean, it's not like they don't tell you anything. Like there'll be like a little icon in the corner going like, okay, now you can't use the camera. It's in a fixed angle position. A little weird, but you just gotta get used to it, I guess. Besides that, no huge issues with the camera. But expect some wonkiness every once in a while.
But then again, that's with every kind of 3D platforming game.
Yeah.
You're gonna like that's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
And then like the characters look really nice. And then
we're gonna do soundtrack. Or are we still doing aesthetics?
We're still doing aesthetics.
Okay,
like, the characters look really nice.
Yeah.
Pac-Man looks like I'm not gonna say
Pac-Man.
He looks like Pac-Man. I was gonna say detailed, but then Pac-Man is literally just.
Well, I mean, it's 3D Pac-Man, so...
Yeah, so it's 3D Pac-Man,
it's
so...
fine.
And then the ghosts look
like the ghosts. I mean,
the ghosts.
you know, I mean, I want to say it might not be true. This might not be true, but I think the Pac-Man World games kind of established Pac-Man's 3D look. So whenever you see, you know, a little round Pac-Man with his nose and, you know, his orange gloves and red shoes, it's pretty much from here. For the most part. Again, I'm not sure if this is these are the first games that this look started, but this is how you control Pac-Man, and that's okay in my book. So
so now with that, soundtrack.
On to the soundtrack. So the soundtrack is really awesome. There are a lot of tracks that I do like. Is there anything that you have that you might have heard that you might have liked?
I did hear a lot of the track. I liked them all right. They sounded like, you
Any
know,
kind of favorites?
From what I've heard, they all kind of sounded.
Did you hear Pinky's theme?
I did not hear that one. No.
You gotta hear Pinky's theme.
So
it's awesome. Like it takes advantage of, you know, as a good game should do, of the areas you're in and where you explore.
oh yeah, it does that. Pretty well.
So you've got, like, you know, the Pac-Man World 2 title theme song for the beginning level. You have you know, jungly, woodland sounding music for the woodland levels, and that's fine. One thing that they tend to do, which is okay, kind of takes a page out of Mario World's book, or even Mario Sunshine's book, where in a given region, I guess I'll just define them as regions from this point onward, where you've got woodland, snow, and fire, whatever. But they tend to reuse the same melody and the same, you know, everything pretty much, like the same piece. But they'll change it around to make it feel a bit different. So it kind of feels like, okay, I'm in a new area. Music's the same, at least in terms of how it sounds, but then again, it sounds a bit different. So it's kind of okay.
Oh yeah.
So you could arguably say it's a bit repetitive, but I didn't have to like feel the need to like turn the music down or anything like that. Because it's fine.
Yeah,
it sounds
because
fine.
like the music from what I remember, from watching a Let's Play that I was doing research on, it sounded pretty good. It sounded like it needed to.
Okay, so I want to hear your opinion on Pinky's theme. So what we're gonna do is cut, and I'm gonna have him do a thing. Thoughts?
So, I thought it was really kind of cool. It sounded like, oh, this is kind of cheery and all that, but then it really takes like a really sudden hard turn.
Yeah.
Into like, oh my god.
Psycho bitch mode activated.
Bitch mode.
So
it's kind of like Golem going like, we loves it so much, we hates it. I can't do the Golem voice, so.
Oh my god.
Don't expect me to do that.
But what we're trying to get with this is that the music...
music is bipolar. That's what it is.
Well, again, that was only Pinky's theme, not all the songs really do that, but it's really clever. It takes advantage of, you know, the context in which, you know, it's in. So with it being Pinky, she is, oh, cute little ghost girl, alright, but then she's like a fucking stalker of Pac-Man, because this game is actually the first one introduced. She has a crush on Pac-Man, apparently. So, there's that.
It's like, one day you'll be my Pac-Man.
At one point, if you've seen the cutscenes of when they're talking before the boss battle, she even goes at one point, if I can't have you, no one will. So that's like, okay, we need to defeat you now. We need to defeat you now. So there's that.
Jesus.
It's pretty crazy, man. So, music, awesome.
Oh yeah, but hopefully she gets defeated in the end, right?
Of course.
Okay, awesome.
So there's that.
So there's that. So.
Alright. Characters. Yeah.
So, I guess we've been talking about characters throughout.
I guess so. I mean, really,
it's just Pac-Man and the ghosts. Along with, we can talk about a little bit more about Spooky, like, how does he behave?
Ironically, like, for him being, like, built up, sort of, I mean, at least in the intro, as, like, the next villain after Talkman, who was in Pac-Man World 1 as this giant mechanical Pac-Man-esque robot who wants to overthrow Pac-Man in a little bit of fourth wall breaking.
Wait, what was his name?
Talkman. T-O-C. Talkman.
Talkman.
I don't know how you get that out of it, but he's a robot. In a bit of fourth wall breaking, he kind of wants to overthrow Pac-Man and be the star of his own game line, I guess, or something like that. He wants to
talk.
Because because they're celebrating Pac-Man's 20th anniversary.
Oh.
So, or birthday in the first game. And with Spooky in this game, I would say a bit underwhelming, I guess, because even though Talkman in the first game didn't make too many appearances outside of the intro, kind of like Spooky in this game, until you fight him at the very end. The same kind of goes here, but I mean, Spooky does little to nothing in this game until you get up to him, really. They talk about how, like, the ghosts will talk about, oh, you might have been a match for me, but you're no match for Spooky, and they kind of build him up. And admittedly, the final battle is a little intense, and it takes a while to do, but not that hard in the long run. So, I don't know, a little underwhelming, but how you fight him is actually kind of cool. So after all your, mischief making with trying to get the fruit back from the ghosts and whatnot, you end up going all the way full circle back to Pac-Land, and you try to fight him right there next to the tree, right? Until that whole hunk of land rises up into this big-ass hurricane, thing, and you're fighting him in that. So...
Oh, that sounds epic.
The setting, yeah, sounds epic. The fight itself, it's over kind of quickly. If you know what you're doing and you can do it efficiently, it'll be over pretty quickly. So not too big a challenge, again from what I remember, but it's okay. So it gets like a meh passing
Meh.
for me anyway. So.
So like the final boss is like, this terrible evil. He's just like Batman's like, he was meh.
Yeah, no, Sir Packle, I feel like only he met Sir Packle. I had the most rough time facing this opponent. How did you fare? It was pretty easy. Meh.
It's like this guy
Serious?
murdered my entire family line, and murdered and slaughtered my entire armies, and then shoved their heads up their bumballs. Oh really? I mean, I just ate a bunch of pellets and then just punched him. Oh.
So there's that.
But I used sword.
I used my body.
I used my
And not in the
body.
way you would think. I was trying not to make it dirty, and it still came out dirty. Anyway.
Oh.
Well, not in that way, that's why I said it. Not in the way you would think. Not that way, but in a different way. Like I butt bounced him. That didn't sound right.
Oh.
Anyway.
Eat my butt.
Okay, because those are Pac-Man's abilities. He still retains them. We should have said this in the controls section.
Oh, yeah.
But he has the power of, Pac-Man has the power of, like, his little butt bounce, thing. He also has his rev attack, and then he has this little flip kick kind of move that they introduced in this game. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of it. Well, okay. One thing I also forgot to mention. Back in like the aesthetics and the design control aspect, one level I really enjoy. It's on the box right here. Blade Mountain. This is an epic level.
Wait, what?
It's called Blade Mountain. It's in the ice, location, and this is what you're doing. You're ice skating. But it's really epic. Like the music, again. So bringing a couple of those aspects we just talked about together in the single level, the controls feel really nice. It's not wonky to control Pac-Man in this segment because his auto-scrolling, of course, he's automatically already going. You have to control him for the most part, from what I remember. So he's ice skating, and the controls are actually all right. The music is like swelling and epic and just really awesome, and the level design is spectacular as well because if you die in this level, it's not really all that much predicated on bullcrap. It's predicated on your skill of, oh crap, there's a bunch of, ice picks and whatnot, like, about to hit me and stuff. I better move out of the way. You can see that they have their shadows on the ground, so I can't go there, or else I'm gonna get hit by a freaking ice pick. So, icicle, whatever. So, it's awesome. It's just, you get going at a really fast speed, it's just heart pumping. It's awesome. That level is amazing. I recommend, if you do anything, get anywhere in this game, if you're trying it out or whatever, get to that level, because it's amazing. So
with that in mind...
Oh, before verdicts, as we always have to say for this arc, does this game hold up as a sequel? Yes.
Well,
is.
yeah, like, I guess it could. I didn't really see much of Pac-Man World 1 to
Yeah.
really kind of give an answer on that. So,
The thing is, we were trying to get him to play a bit before filming.
yeah, but his PS2
It was
pretty
being
crappy.
weird. Yeah, it was being weird. So
So,
you couldn't get a lot of actual experience in while I had.
so
years of
yeah,
experience
so I
with these
guess,
games.
like, my verdict is probably gonna be, like, would I need a verdict for this episode, maybe?
What you could do, from what you've been seeing,
From what I've seen. So this verdict is gonna be from what I've seen,
because
not from what I've experienced.
we'll get him to play off camera, and then by the Arc 4
Update. I can give a much more proper
rating.
rating, yeah.
So for right now, your verdict is
So my verdict is, from what I've seen, it's probably like a 4 out of 5. It's all right for what it is. So
yeah. I think I might have to give it a 4 out of 5 as well, because there were some areas, again, like the whole ice physics thing. What was the other one I said earlier besides ice
Water.
physics? The water ones were alright. There was one water level that felt like it dragged on forever. So that one was, it was okay, but I didn't really care for that level. So there are moments where you're gonna feel like, okay, could have been done a bit differently. This level could have been cut a bit down shorter. But besides that, though, the overall experience is really awesome. So not a 0.5 for me, 4.5. It's a 4 out of 5. But it is. We recommend this game. It is awesome. So
oh yeah, so
it's kind of. Is there anything else you want to throw in really quick? Because I kind of feel like I wanted to, but whatever. Let's just do the episode. I'm Marcelo.
and I'm Weston.
This was Trash Talk.
Yeah.
Is that all you got? Pac-Man World 2, rated E for everyone.